Yes, people. Welcome back to another. Well, I called the show a new name. It's called Full-Time Rivals. If you see the thumbnail, that's who's on the panel show typically. Anyways, everyone's asking for Wolfie in it. I've tried, but guess what? We're gonna talk about anyways. I might be able to do a live later on, maybe with Wolfie or some sort of pre-record or something. We'll have to get something done in it because the chest is mad, yeah. And you lost 2-0 to Brentford, very, very comfortably as well, man. So there we are with it. But we got a few winners this week, and we've got a few losers this week, yeah. Big up to all the winners in the house, yeah. Big up George for you getting your W over Bodo Glimt. You know what I'm saying? I think you got a different kind of test next week, but we'll see what happens there. Just depending on your injuries, really. I don't think they're that mad. I looked at that. I said that looked like precautionary changes more than anything. Big up myself for smoking Bilbao, the Bill Booty Baggins. You know what I'm saying? I got told, I got the best defense in Europe. Shut your mouth. Yeah? Like that. Crazy. 3-0 whitewash.
Teams get dealt with, man. And
George,
Bilbao. I'll see you in Bilbao, bro. I will see you in Bilbao. The biggest thing here is Tottenham, Man United, or Chelsea are winning a European title. There's certain teams that aren't. I know I've secured myself in the final. That's secured himself in the final. That's secured himself in the final. And D has also Alice D has secured himself in the final. Where's your final, D?
Like my cousin said, you man are in the bottom set in school, fam. Getting excited about acing tests in the bottom set. I don't get it.
Oh, Europa League's bottom set now. It's a set that you've never been able to accomplish.
You're in the bottom set. You man are both in the bottom set.
So what are you? If you're in the top set and you're getting what?
Are you in the top set or the bottom set in school?
You know, do you know in school that even when you get the higher paper, you can still fail. When you get the foundation paper, you can still pass.
That's the question.
We're passing no. Just like you said, we're passing.
Ask your question. Ask your question.
Failing the higher paper.
Are you not in the bottom set? That's the question I'm asking.
I don't think you understand what you're actually saying. What I said is the right.
No. That's the question I'm asking. Is are you in the top set or
we're in the lower set? But at the lower set, you still get higher grades. Still getting higher grades than you.
As long as you're in the lower set, that's all.
Still getting higher grades than you, bro.
No, you know what?
It means your standard is lower than mine.
Standard is lower, but the grades are higher.
Can we address something? Big up D. We ain't seen you in a couple of weeks, innit? And whatnot. Seeing all the videos you're producing, so doesn't mean like everyone's seeing the hard work Famzo's putting in, even George with the premieres and whatnot. But you made something earlier in this this kind of show, innit? And there was like an order to things. Now, one fan that will be jumping on, has won the league already. Another one is in a final. Couple in the finals. Technically, not all of us.
Hold on, are we out?
I'm just saying.
I'm confused. Are we out? I don't get it. I'm confused.
I'm just saying, if you want to do the order of things,
the order is you're in the semi-final of the Europa League, and I'm in the semi-final of the Champions League. That is the order. I don't get it.
Technically, no. Me and Cass are in the final. Stop. There's an order.
Wait.
What was your result yesterday, George?
Let's all slow down.
2-1, and your second leg's away, and you're saying you're already
3-1. It was 3-1. It was 3-1.
Was it 3-1? Yeah, they're already in the
final. Let's all slow down. Right now, the facts are this. You lot are in the bottom set and you're getting excited. That's the first thing. The second thing is this. You're in the semi-final of the Europa League. I'm in the semi-final of the Champions League. That's what's going on right now. So I don't know where you lot are all getting all excited about. Crystal Palace D's getting excited. They're not beating Man City in the final. If Man City put in 100% effort into beating Crystal Palace, they will win.
Hold on. And do you know what, Cass? I'll tell you why not. You and George can't say, that factually you are both in a final, but then say, like...
Arsenal are out.
Yeah.
And say Arsenal out.
I never said you was out. I never said you was out. No. So, D, if you're going to quote me correctly. I never said you was out. No, but if you're going to quote me correctly.
No. All right. I'm talking to Daps. Let me talk to Daps then. I'll talk to Daps.
You're not talking to Daps about what I said, though, innit?
No. The second thing... The second thing is what you're not understanding is Man United fans are getting excited for exactly the same thing Ten Hag has already been doing. So I don't understand that already because you're getting excited about what Ten Hag's doing because you're getting excited about winning trophies that Ten Hag has already been. He's been winning trophies and you sacked him. Tottenham are getting excited about being in the final that they're not in yet. And Crystal Palace are getting excited about a final when they're fighting against Man City. I'm confused how we're out and you're through. I don't get it. We're both in semi-finals. I don't understand. We're 1-0 down. I don't understand.
You're playing at Paris. But you're right. Did
Liverpool not beat them at the stadium then? Or I'm confused.
Just.
All we need is a just. I don't understand.
I'll be right. I don't think the part of France is scary. I remember when you guys went there, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer slapped them 3-1 up.
Yeah, but that's.
I'll be honest. I think Arsenal. If I'm being honest as a City fan here, I think that Arsenal qualifying is as likely to happen as Crystal Palace beating City in a final. Yeah. And by the way, with me saying that, I think both could happen. I think both could happen. Yeah, I think both could happen. Crystal Palace could beat City. Like they could. We lost to Wigan in the final not that long ago. So I'm not here saying we're definitely beating Crystal Palace. I also think
you're not. But from the outside looking in, I can understand why Tottenham fans will think they're going through. I can understand why Man United fans will think they're going through. I can also not understand why Man City fans don't think they're going to beat Crystal Palace. I'm guarantee every Man City fan thinks they're going to beat Crystal Palace.
I do hear you, but it's like, right, should we? Yes. Do I think we will? Yes.
You got to remember that you're putting 100% effort into one game. Very rarely does that happen.
No, but right now, this is a thing. Whereas maybe with Arsenal a little bit more, you lot fully can concentrate on that second leg. Bro, if the FA Cup was how it should be and the final is after the season is done, yes, we can put all our effort into the FA Cup final.
Why is it early?
But fuck knows, bro. Probably because of Club World Cup.
No, the Club World Cup, isn't it? The Club World Cup.
But ultimately, we have to play the FA Cup final knowing 3 days later we have a home game against Bournemouth.
Pep ain't gonna want to lose that final. He's gonna want to win that final.
But
he's gonna want to come away every season with a trophy.
A million percent. Pep wants to win the FA Cup final, but 1,000,000% Pep also wants Champions League football. So we can't pick one at the moment. It's like both of them are equally as important.
I think Crystal Palace have got a real uphill struggle to win that game. I think it's going to be a real good game. Over 90 minutes. I think Tottenham are going to end up playing. If they play Man United in the final, one of you are going to be crying. So I don't know what you're both getting excited. I don't know why you're both getting excited.
That's what makes it even sweeter, D.
For you in set two,
high stakes. I like high stakes, high risk, high reward.
It's a win-win for us. It's a win-win for us.
Let me tell you what's happening. Let me tell you what's happening. Yeah, me and you are in the top set, and we're fighting at the top set, and you've been winning in the top set. I don't know if I am, in the top set. But you are. You're in the top set. These guys are in like set 3 and set 4 and all that.
Yeah, but
that's what they're in, and they're getting excited because Dean said it best. He said you're going home acing sets and you're in bottom set, bro. I'm not listening to man.
You're going into an exam knowing that
they're going into exams knowing that.
But again, your analogy doesn't work. The analogy doesn't work because you can be in a higher set and still have lower grades than someone in a lower
PSG. We're playing PSG.
When you leave school and it says grade D and my team says grade C, they don't ask what set you was in. They ask what you accomplished.
I was only 1 minute late. How have I walked into this?
You are playing Bodo Glimt. We're playing PSG. That says it all.
Okay. We're going to a final. You're not. That says it all.
Let me tell you what it is. Your situation is the fact that no one has anything to do with you. No one believes in your expectations.
Hello, finalists.
That's all it is,
man. Hey, we got few potential finalists. We got and then we just got.
We've already got through this.
We got finalists in the building, and then just you know what? We need to rearrange the order. Do you know? I remember there was like you said a few months ago. There used to be an order in the way that we. Can we rearrange that order because there's teams that are winning.
I'm confused. Wait. Slow down.
There's certain teams.
Wait. Slow down.
Nowhere. So
slow down. When you say bundle order, are we in the semi-final of the Champions League or not?
You're not in the final.
Are you in the final? Are you in the final?
I am.
What do you mean? Yeah, you're in the semi-final. I'm in the semi-final.
I'm in the final.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, I'm in the final.
No, but you're coming back home.
And guess
like,
what? Tickets are already booked to Bilbao. You know them way there, deposited. Money's already in the bank. Like I ain't worried about it.
That can't be like
I don't understand this. I don't understand.
you got a great run of fixtures coming up. You're gonna watch Palace in the final. You're gonna watch Tottenham in the final. You're gonna watch Man United in the final. Man City in the final. You see Liverpool win the trophy. There's only one big 6 team left out of the equation, and that's Arsenal.
No, but they might get to. But sorry.
What are you talking
This
about?
is mental. Yeah, this is fucking mental.
They're mad,
Arsenal,
All right, calm down, Dad.
No, bro, because this is just dumb. Yeah, this is. I don't
They're
know
mad.
what I've walked into because I expected to be here and have Cass gassing United. Fair play, he can after the result last night. I have you gassing Tottenham. Yeah, fair play.
Fair wait. Yeah,
Hold on.
add that. What you just said about Cass, fair play.
Bro, you didn't
After
let
the
me
result
land.
last night.
You didn't let me land. Bro, that was.
I was away from
that was like fair play. You have every right to, yeah. But how this has got to the fact, and this is where everyone's being premature as shit. Yeah, Arsenal still have a second leg and they're only 1-0 down. We're here celebrating. And by the way, I said to Cass last night, if this season ends, yeah, with Manchester City and Manchester United or Manchester City and Tottenham both having a trophy and Champions League football and Arsenal having nothing but Champions League football, yes, talk on it. Why we're talking on it when they're only 1-0 down with the second leg is mad.
This is what they do.
Look, let's have it right. Yeah. I generally hate when people go, "Oh, you're talking too soon. You're talking too soon." Bro, we come on these channels to talk about football. If I want to talk too soon, that's fine. Hold me accountable when I'm wrong. But I'm not wrong right now. So until I'm wrong, you can't hold me accountable.
What do you mean you're not wrong right now? You are wrong. You're not in the final. You're wrong.
No, I am. Hold me accountable when I'm wrong. You can be like, George, you're saying it too early.
Factually, you are wrong. You're saying you're in the final, they're not. Factually,
you're
that's wrong.
Okay,
that's wrong.
But then when I'm actually wrong,
that's why I said they're in the bottom set. That's why I said they're in the bottom set. They don't understand.
You can come to me and talk about it. But I remember when I was telling you, man, 6 months ago, I said Tottenham are going to win this thing. Everyone was laughing. People ain't laughing right now. People aren't laughing when I say it right now. So wait, no, but that's my point is when it was fine for people to go, oh, but our Spurs winning it 6 months ago, and I said, yeah. So now we're 3 weeks. So now wait. So now we're 3 weeks away from Now we're 3 weeks away from doing it, and I'm really ramping up. I'm really starting to tell you, man, that we're gonna do it. They don't like it. They don't like it. This is the running.
By the way,
Let me deal with him.
No, one second. Just let me say one thing. Anyone that's saying I am glazing Arsenal right now, yeah, I'm not glazing Arsenal. I'm not saying they are going through. I'm just saying let's talk facts. Yeah, I'm not saying
I'm talking Arsenal, facts. I'm going through.
The one club I actually will say going through is them lot. Sadly,
let me deal with this guy. I'll deal with this guy because he doesn't understand why he's in the bottom.
Can you do me a favor and ask people to smash some likes and like properly, like
yeah, smash the likes properly.
Oh shit! Then Belly's got a hamstring injury. Oh no, okay, it's just a muscle strain.
No, he's got a hamstring injury that he's meant to be 2 weeks, but potentially he's gonna try and rush him back. But that's neither here nor there because we're out, right? So. The point is,
you're right. Yeah,
we're out as well. But you've won, and so do you think that you're gonna win the FA Cup final?
I think we've got a decent chance.
No, I didn't ask you about
No,
Jules, I don't need you to talk. I've got him.
No,
wait there. Because what I'm gonna do, if I go around the panel and ask directly, then like you said, you can come back over time, right?
Yeah. So no, it's just like you say.
No,
you're getting your punch. I want to bang him too, bro. Like, can I go banging as well, man?
This is why you're in the bottom set. So, D, do you think you're going to beat Man City in the final? Yes or no, please? No explanation. Yeah. Okay. Jules, do you think you're going to beat Man United in the final?
I've done it 3 times. What I want to do it for?
Is that a yes?
Was 3 not enough?
Is that a yes?
Was 3 not enough?
He's scared to answer.
Yes. He's making himself so clickable. I'm not clickable.
Hey, Kaz, do you think you're going to beat Tottenham in the final?
Tottenham in the final? Yes.
Yes, exactly. That's what I'm saying. So this is the question that you have to ask. This is a question you have to answer because, Jules, you have to beat Man United in the final, which nobody on earth thinks you're going to do.
See, I told you 6 months ago. No. So don't tell me now. Oh, why you
told me 6 months ago that what?
The Spurs are going to win Europa League.
So did I.
So what? So what?
So when you're asking me now, are we going to beat Man United? I told you 6 months ago, beat any team that we have to face in the final. So what are we doing it?
Yeah, but you also, you also say get rid of Ange as well.
So
okay, so what do you mean? So
Ange doesn't play on the pitch.
What?
Ange is not going to be playing in the final. So I believe that these players can get the job done. I didn't make.
Wait. So you want to go into the final without Ange as a manager?
I want to go into the final with the players focusing on what they need to do and get the job done. Ange is neither here or there.
Oh, he's neither here nor there. Okay, no problem. So you're going to beat Man United in the final.
The thing is, he thinks he's actually being Bodo Glimt when they got 5 of their first teamers return next.
They have 3.
All I'm gonna say is, if you win, because they had 3 players injured.
3 players suspensions and 2 injured. The injuries aren't coming back. The suspensions are coming back.
The fact of the matter is, this is such a low level conversation. This is the conversation.
Why are we deflecting though? Why are we deflecting?
This is the conversation you have.
Can we do the question? Are you beating PSG?
Yeah,
this is a conversation you have when you lot are, like I said,
answer the question.
Bottom set language.
Answer the question. No, D. Answer the question.
Are you winning the Champions League?
I'm only talking to Daps and Mons because we're in the top set. I don't talk
to you're not doing all of that today. You can't do it.
And
because we know what you're doing.
You know what?
I don't talk to Daps and Mons because these men are top set merchants. We don't talk about
who's winning the Champions League then.
Wait, Mons, did you guys have a big official line last year?
I can't hear you, Daps, because someone's talking bottom set.
So let me ask you a question. Are you qualifying for the final?
I think so. Yeah, I think we beat PSG in this next leg. I think we beat PSG in the next leg.
Oh, hold on, D. I've got to be fair. I can't be biased here. When Crystal Palace D gave an answer that was, I think we can. Yeah, you pushed him. So I've got to press you.
No, I didn't say I think we can. I said I think we beat them in the second leg.
Winning the Champions League.
All right, and now are you winning the Champions League?
Because you're talking about
I can't ask. That's too far. You're giving them 1 game and giving me 2 games.
No, but you asked us the same question.
Anything else you want me to ask?
No, I didn't. Because I didn't. Because the question was, you said
I can't talk to European less.
No, I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to Daps. Anyway, the difference was you said that you're in the final. I don't think we're in the final already. That's the difference.
I am.
You said you're already in the final. Exactly. So you are. You and Jules said you're in the final already. I'm not in the final.
No, wait, hold on. You
I'm
said
in the final.
Your question to me: are you beating to George?
Tottenham in the final?
You did also that. Yeah, that's true.
I said, are you beating Tottenham in the final?
Then I'll ask: are you beating Inter Milan or Barcelona in the final?
I said I'm not in the final yet. You said you are.
So you can ask us that question. Okay. You know what?
Don't you get it? That's why you're in the bottom set. That's why you're in the bottom set.
Let's remix it a little bit. Sorry. Did you not say that to Daps just now when he asked you a question that you think you're beating PSG?
Yeah, that doesn't mean we go through. You can be one
because you're in the bottom set. You don't know how to answer the question properly. I hear it.
I've answered the question.
So you don't think you're going through. You don't really think you're going through, but you're telling us. You're telling us that you think
we're not in the final yet. I've still got to worry about the semi-final. I'm not like you guys. You guys think you've already won. I don't think that.
Okay. You know what's funny about Arsenal though? You know when it comes to April time, it's always the same thing. This is what we hear around April. It's all great. Come December, January, Feb.
November. Wait, I'm confused what you're talking about. We're in the semi-final of the Champions League. What are you talking about?
I can't lie, D. You are in the mud. It is so embarrassing.
We're in the semi-final of the Champions League. What are you on about?
No. If you don't win the Champions League, I'm telling you now, if you don't win the Champions League, it is going to be so embarrassing on Arteta that you have been glazing for so long and your whole football club. The fact that Tottenham or Man United are going to win a trophy
in the bottom set. I don't care about bottom set trophies.
No. Maybe won the full season. The fact that Chelsea are going to win a trophy.
Bottom set tests.
The fact that Liverpool won the trophy. The fact that City could potentially win the trophy.
You might have won the
analogy's not banging. The bottom set thing's not banging.
You lot are. Let me tell you. You know what happens? Let me tell you what happens here. Do you know when you go to school? Wait. You know when you go to school, yeah, and then you got everyone that races, and then you have the race for all the losers. Do you know that? You remember that?
So that's you.
Do you remember that? You have the race for all the losers. We're losing in the fastest race. You lot are winning the crap race. No one cares about you.
So you're just.
I don't get what you're saying. No, your point has no relevance.
He's saying it's taking. What he's saying is
we get what he's saying. It doesn't make no sense.
It generally doesn't make no sense. Hold on. Since when do you get a trophy for participating? Who cares? You're just
Well,
participating.
mummy told me.
Mummy told me I'll get a little bronze medal.
That's
at the
what
end
you're
because I
doing.
won.
That's what you're doing.
No, but
You're doing the the PE teacher said it's all about having fun. It's not about winning. It's about having fun. That's exactly what you're doing. I'm doing a winning thing. My thing's about winning. It's not about I get to play with the better players though. Oh, I get to play in the top set, but you're losing. You're not winning nothing. Win something. Tell me you're gonna win the Champions League, D. Tell me you're gonna do it.
Listen, you lot. You know what? Yeah, you know what? You lot are embarrassing. You lot are embarrassing. It's an embarrassment.
No. You're not embarrassed.
Not only is it embarrassment, not only is it embarrassment to never a foul, it's embarrassment to your own channels as well. Because what you lot embarrassing, you're embarrassing because what you're doing, you're getting excited. I can understand why Crystal Palace D is getting excited because it's a final and he's a small club and he's playing Man City. The odds are against him, so you can get excited as much as you want, but when you lose, you don't turn up. When it comes down to Jules,
hold on, no. You weren't there when we drew against you lot with our second team.
Cool story. When it comes down to Jules, yeah, you're getting excited. Hold up.
Cool
story, bro. When it comes to Jules, Jules is getting excited about a bottom place trophy. I don't understand. You're getting excited about bottom place.
No, you keep saying I'm generally confused.
You're playing Bodo Glimt. Don't talk to me about nothing.
Let's talk some real stuff now because I know you're just being delusional. Do you think that the Europa League is not? Do you think? Answer the question. Europa League is not a major trophy, is what you're trying to say?
Bro, get out of here, man.
Is that what you're trying to say?
Get out of here, you man.
A trophy that you cannot win, that you've been in for 5 years in a row, made one final, and you're telling me that it's not a major trophy.
Hold on a minute. You just said
you
before
couldn't get the job done in it.
When I said
you're
to
telling
you,
me that you're too good for it.
You talk a lot without listening. When I said to you about is Emery, I said
you're
to you
saying the same analogy without actually saying anything.
I said to you, is Emery a top class manager? You said no, but he won it 3 times in a row. So what now?
Wait. This you didn't hear that from me.
All right, is Emery a top class manager then?
Emery is a top manager.
Okay,
he's not the best of the best, but he's a top manager.
How can he be the best? How can he not be the best of the best if he won?
Because the best of the best is Pep Guardiola, Carlo Ancelotti. They're in their own category. He's better than Arteta. He's better than Arteta.
What trophies do they win?
He's better than Arteta.
If you're asking about Pep, every single trophy.
Unai Emery is at least the top 3 managers in the Premier League. At least top 3 managers.
What trophies do the best managers win?
Everything.
They don't win the Europa Leagues.
Well, they do. It's a step forward.
Actually, I don't think Pep does have a Europa League.
Because he's never competed in Europa League. So it's unfair to say he's never competed in Europa League.
Is Simeone a top class manager?
Yeah.
Simeone a top class manager?
Yes.
Ask George.
He's won a few of them.
Well, no. Why you keep doing? Ask who's a top manager to you? You think Arteta's a top manager, bro?
Yeah, exactly.
What are we doing?
You're picking up
Arteta's a top manager, and all he has is the FA Cup.
George, do you know why you're in the Europa League? Because you failed.
Do you know why you wait? No, I don't get it.
Hold on.
You been in the Europa League and failed.
You know you're in the Europa League because you failed, innit?
D, I hope you never celebrated that charity shield you won. Just saying.
To get in the charity shield, you got to win something.
Yeah, but
you don't. You didn't win anything to get in it. What are we doing here?
You didn't. You got there for coming second in the league. To be fair,
have you got me finish? You don't just show.
You're not to be fair. When you won,
the order should be that you're last.
If you let me finish talking, you will hear what I'm saying. But you don't shout. So
when you won the charity shield, you were only in it because you came second.
Because you felt.
Yes, but I'm saying the requirements are either you win it. If the other person wins it, it's the next person that comes. To get in the Europa League, you don't have to win a thing.
Well, you haven't won it.
What do you have to win to get in the Europa League? What do you have to what do you have to achieve to get in the Europa League? Tell me. What do you have to achieve?
You do actually have to win the Conference League if you want to get in the Europa League.
I won an FA Cup to
get in. Tell me what you have to achieve to get in the
If you win an FA Cup as well, you get into the Europa League. What are you doing?
The Europa League.
The same competition. No. The same competition you win to get into the Charity Shield gets you into the Europa League. So please clarify. Yes, it is the FA Cup. If you win the FA Cup, you get into the Europa League. That is an auto. If Crystal Palace win the FA Cup, they play Europa League football as well as qualify for the Charity Shield. So what are you talking about? You're not dealing with facts. You're dealing with opinions. That's what you're dealing with right now.
What did you win to get in it?
No. Again, you're changing the narrative. You just said, what do you need to win to get in
Answer
there?
the
I just said
question.
the FA Cup. One
Answer the
position
damn
goes to
question,
fifth.
bro.
No, you don't understand.
Answer the
One
question.
position goes to fifth, the other position goes to the FA Cup winner. What do you not
did
understand?
You win to
What
get
do
in
you-
the Europa League.
All right, you're gonna avoid, yeah?
No, answer the question.
No. I know what you're doing. I know exactly what you're doing. You're
Dude,
trying to
no,
confuse.
come on.
He's gonna keep asking questions, so he confuses the topic of what we're talking about. Doesn't actually get down to the point.
You know what
He
it is? You know
thinks
what it
he's
is?
smart, but he's not being smart right now. He's digging a hole. He's digging a hole. Digging a hole.
Oh, stop reading the comments and getting carried away. You talk a lot.
No
What I'm saying
one's
is,
reading comments. You're getting
you-
carried
you
away
talk
because
a
you're
lot.
not actually
You talk
saying
a lot.
anything.
You
Stop
talk a
talking
lot.
about the analogy and
I
talk
want-
football,
the
bro.
facts of this. The
Stop
facts
saying
of this.
bottom set and top set. It means
Everybody
nothing.
in the world knows that the Europa League is the second rate. Everybody knows that.
You haven't won it. D, you haven't won it. You said
Neither
you won it.
of you. But anyway,
I have.
everyone knows.
Come down, please, first. If they win
Everyone
it,
knows
you haven't won
that
it.
the
You
Europa
failed.
League
Oh
is
my
the second-rate
God.
trophy, and everyone knows the Conference Cup is the third-rate trophy. Everybody knows that.
That's insane.
Why do you not have any of them?
Why are you going on like it's
Why do
some
you
big
not have
deal?
any of them?
But D, you haven't got the first tier, you haven't got the second tier, you haven't got the third tier, you haven't got the Champions League, Europa League, so what are you talking about?
This is
Yeah,
so
I'm
cheeky.
saying-
This is so cheeky from D.
You can't.
You
do
lot
it.
are in this. You
can't
lot
do
are in
it.
this. You lot are in the second. You lot are in. Jules is in the semi-final of the Europa League right now. We're in the semi-final of the Champions League right now.
So what happens when you get knocked out?
So would you rather be in Jules' position or Arsenal position? Tottenham or Arsenal
Jules,
position?
because Jules has a better chance of actually.
You would
reaching the
rather
final.
be in Arsenal,
Yeah,
Tottenham position
yeah.
than Arsenal.
because
Oh, you
Jules
chat
right now
rubbish.
has a good chance of reaching the final.
Oh,
Whereas
you
you
chat
lot,
No chance. No chance.
You chat
No.
rubbish, fam.
yeah,
chat
you lot got no
absolute-
chance.
You
You
chat
both-
absolute
all of
garbage.
that hype. Hold up.
I can't listen to you because you chat rubbish.
No, I'm not though. I'm not.
You said you'd rather be in Jules' position than Arsenal's.
No. What's Arteta's record in the semi-finals?
I don't care about that. I'm asking you a question.
You don't
Would
care
you-
about facts. You just
You
care
don't
about
care
your
about
opinion.
facts.
We've
Jules,
understood that this
Jules,
whole stream, D. I hear it.
Would you?
You're
Would
not
you
dealing
rather
with no
Jules, would
I
you
would rather be in your position.
Man,
Yes.
these
you and
these
Fat-
getting rushed here
Keep it
by
here or
like,
there.
by like
The
two
point
guys
is-
who don't
No,
win
I'm
trophies.
not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie.
It's getting
He's getting
rushed
rushed by man who don't win trophies. It's
By
fucked,
the
bro.
way,
You're
Man,
saying it like
man,
he wins
nasty
trophies
work,
for me. He
No,
doesn't
no,
win
you
European
would-
trophies.
you would-
When it comes to Europe, please talk to me nice. Let's have it
Any-
right.
any-
Talk to
He
me
just
nice.
said. He just said.
I
he's
don't, I
not
don't
being
need
Europe.
to, I,
Talk to
no,
me
I
nice.
don't need to talk to anyone now.
You talk to everyone nice. I've got 3
No,
European
but
trophies.
D's got a point. I'd
Nah.
rather be right now. If I could
Nah.
swap, if I could swap with
Not me
D
in that combo.
and being 1-0 down, going to the next leg, that you could potentially go into a final of a
Oh,
Champions
we
League.
got it.
Anyone's doing that. I'm not saying. I'm
Neither
saying-
here
I'm
or
saying
there.
Europe
though, Sam.
It is
Because
hell
what he's
on
doing-
We're in a better
No,
position
no,
than
no.
you.
What you're doing is again, from an Arsenal fan. For one, it's crazy to dismiss trophies. You don't win European trophies, so don't dismiss any European trophy, whether it's Conference, Europa, or Champions League. You don't win them. The biggest thing that Arsenal fans celebrated. You celebrated for 6. I remember for 20 years said, "Oh, we finished. We've qualified for Champions League 20 years in a row. You qualified in it for 20 years in a row. Went to one final. You've now started again. I remember when Spurs were qualifying for Champions League. You win an FA Cup. You said winning the FA Cup was better than qualifying for Champions League. But now you're trying to say, oh, but being in Champions League
I
and being
don't even know what you're talking about. It's making up stuff. You talk a lot.
no
What I'm
one's making up
saying is-
anything. You're just not. You're dealing with no
No,
facts
no, but it's a lot of words, but I don't actually. There's not really anything.
because you
there.
don't
What I'm
listen.
saying
It's
is-
because you don't listen.
Alright,
You
no
don't
problem,
listen.
no problem. No, that's why you're supposed to make someone listen.
No, but that's the point. No one's listening to what you're saying because you're not dealing with your facts. Deal with facts, D.
Hold on,
Deal with
hold
facts.
on, hold on,
What
hold
I'm
on.
saying is,
Can I
what I'm
just-
saying is, I asked D a direct question. I said, "What position would you rather be in?" And he
Tottenham.
said,
Yeah.
Tottenham.
We
So
heard.
that shows me who
What
I'm
about
talking
Man
to.
Oh, so
That's
you're
really
going
who
back
I'm
to that
talking
point. Okay, I hear it.
That's
You're
all
just
I'm
not-
going with
No,
because
no,
it
it
shows
doesn't matter.
me the
Me
level.
and Cass, again, you're asking a guy that's never played
Okay, ask
European.
Mons. Let's ask Mons because Mons
But
is
me
there
and
as well.
Cass told you that we'd rather be in your position, but it's neither here or there.
No, because you're talking
what
a
does
lot
that
for no
mean?
reason. Alright, let me
No,
ask
because
Mons.
you want validation from someone, but it don't need validation for it.
You don't even talk this
Why
much
do
on
you
your
need
own streams. You don't even talk this much on your own streams.
Why do you need validation for such a silly point?
You don't even talk
Why
this
do you need
much on
validation
do-rag
for a
diaries.
point?
You know,
Why do you need validation for a
Are
silly
you in the
point?
finals?
Well, anyway,
You're not in the finals.
Mons, whose position would you rather
Oh
be in?
my god, he's asking the same stupid. I
I
genuinely
am,
don't get it.
because what it would do, it will
Because you
level out
asked me who's never competed in Europe.
Are
Of
you
course,
Mons?
he's gonna say something stupid.
Are you Mons?
No.
It doesn't
It's
matter.
not stupid. It's
Mons,
not
who would
stupid.
you? What
Ah,
position would
it's
you
not
rather? What
stupid.
position would you rather be? What position would you rather be in?
I haven't said anything.
This is silly question.
But D, you didn't realize the reason why.
question.
Mons don't even want to answer it. Mons don't even want to answer
D,
it.
you're not Mons. D, you're not Mons.
no,
I think
but
he's
my
on
point
the
is-
phone. I think he's on the phone. I think he's on the phone.
He's not
He's on
talking
the
All
about
right. So the point I'm making is, you lot are making an argument for no reason.
No. My point is, I have no faith that you're going through to the next round. That's
Who
why. I'd rather
cares
be
what
in
you have? You
position.
got no faith in yourself.
No, I got faith in myself. I literally said I think I'm going to win the FA Cup.
Who cares what you think?
Okay, then. Okay, who cares what you think?
What do you mean? I didn't ask you. I didn't ask you what you think.
No, but you didn't ask me. You literally this whole.
You said you've got no. You said you've got no faith in my team going through.
Because you're not going to the Champions League final. That's a fact.
You said to me.
This is what happens when there's too many cooks in the kitchen. We've allowed too many people potentially to win trophies. This is why it needs to get back to City winning everything, and then there's none of these.
The thing is, Spurs has a better chance of reaching a final than Arsenal do, and for that reason, I would rather see my team in the final.
Who cares? We're in the Champions League. What's your point?
Yeah, what's the point of being there? You're just there to add up numbers, which I've said all along.
What's the point of you being on never a foul? You're just Crystal Palace.
No, okay, that's fine, and that's fine.
Exactly. We can go to that.
Okay, what has your team won in the
last 5 years? Let's go to real life. Let's go to real life. Why are you here?
This is real life.
Let's go to real life. Your point means nothing because you're Crystal Palace.
When we went to the Emirates with our second team, I started Eddie and Ketty up front.
You're over talking without speaking the fact. I'm saying.
Wait, hold on. We started Eddie and Ketty up front, and you couldn't beat us.
No, but listen. Let's ask the chat. Know what to do? Let's do a test in the chat. Everyone in the chat, let's say what team you support. Let's see if anyone puts Crystal Palace. Let's see how many put Crystal Palace. No. This is for the chat. This is for the chat. This is not for you. This is not for you. This is for the chat. Everyone in the chat, put what team you support. Let's see how many support Crystal Palace.
I mean,
let's see how relevant you are.
Crystal Palace are.
Let's see how relevant.
This is the same D that said he would never argue with a Palace fan. You know, shameless. Look at you now. Look at him. This is how far Arsenal fallen. 5 months ago, this could never have happened. We got him. Got him. Got him. Got him. You thought he done something. You thought you done something.
That doesn't make you reach a final.
The chat is hilarious.
You brought it at your biggest game.
We're Palace.
You lot are funny.
You know, he really thought he was going to do something there. You know, he really thought he was doing something.
They are funny. They are hilarious.
Your club absolutely bottled it, D, and you're here talking about this narrative. Let's face facts.
We're still in the Champions League. Are you all right? Huh? We're still in the Champions League. Are you okay?
Your biggest Emirates game, yeah, and your fans gave up after 10, 15 minutes. You're not built for this. Simple as. It's fine.
This is so shit.
It's fine. Your Tifo looked like a shower curtain with a cannon on it. Your Tifo was literally a shower curtain with a cannon on it. You're not built for these occasions. You're not used to it. It is fine.
Crystal Palace is now trending because of D.
D. Yeah, he does well. He should. The thing is, he does all. He does all.
I meant you. Match. We're trending because of you.
The thing is,
it's fine.
D, you're actually quite good online because your team's so crap. So that's why you're so good because you have You've been you're so good because you're so
autistic trend on TikTok.
Yeah, they have to be so good because you're so crap in it. So you're actually brilliant.
Hold on. All right, cool.
Hold on. That was how AFTV was.
No. Let me lie. You're saying words for the sake of saying words. My team is crap. My team is in a final. Is your team in a final?
What are you saying?
But that's still right. Hold on. But D.
We're in the semi-final.
D, your team is in the final.
D. And when you're confirmed knocked out, then we'll talk again.
But D, you're saying your team's.
Well, wait for that.
But that's because the semi-final for your competition is over. The semi-final for the Champions League is not over yet.
Okay, cool.
Well, wait till next week then. Wait till next week. You're premature.
This is gonna be funny. Are you gonna be here next week? Who's here next week?
You're premature, D. You're premature.
Who's here next week? But you said he's here because his team's crap on YouTube.
No, I said he's so good because his team's so crap.
How does that even make sense?
Because you have to be because you have to be so creative to get this level of interest in you personally.
Has anyone seen that guy that does that? Why do you speak for the sake of speaking? Yeah, he's getting bare attention. Yeah,
he's trying to call you acoustic. That's crazy, D. He's moving mad. I can't believe.
I don't know what did that say. What did he say?
You missed it now. I put my heart in this. Why do all men think they're hard?
Okay.
I know that.
All right, hold up. Let's go head to head.
No, we want to laugh at that joke first. Give us time to laugh at that joke. No. We're not gonna. We're gonna end it in a natural when we're laughing. We're gonna laugh at that joke. We're not gonna have you interjecting with that.
Hey, Diaz got it rattled today, you know. Palestine's got it rattled.
All right, let's break this down.
He looks more rattled than
I've never seen you give him this much attention. He's definitely got you rattled. Yes, you. No, you. Don't try it. You know what I'm talking about. Nah, you're worried about D right now. You're worried that if he wins the trophy,
Bro, this is a D off.
Crystal Palace D's worse than me, bro.
Your deflection. Hey, D,
Look at him. Look, he's still upset. Look at him. He's still upset.
Who's the bigger D?
I'm trying to land the point. How's your manager? I don't know
what.
Hey, Dax, you're gonna make Crystal Palace D go ballistic in a minute because he's been trying to talk for about 5 minutes and no one can hear him. And you're thinking I'm rattled, and he's still talking. Go on, D, the floor's yours, my friend. Say all that you want to say. One second. Say all that you want to say.
These are my games. These are my games. These are my games.
Manager won the European trophy.
No, he hasn't. No.
Okay, so you're talking rubbish about my team. My manager, right? Is your team in a cup final?
Is your team better than mine?
No, this season based on league.
Okay, that's it. Okay, next question.
Okay.
Let's do yes or no. Let's do yes or no. You do yes or no to me. You do yes or no to me. I'll do yes or no to you.
It's gonna be a great clip.
No. Are you comparing yourself to Crystal Palace? I'm comparing you.
You do yes or no to me, and I will do yes or no to you.
Okay, cool. Are you a big team?
We'll laugh.
Are you a big team?
Say again. Yes, I am. Are you a big team?
No.
Okay, cool. Next
so
question.
I'm comparing you to big teams.
No explanations. Yes or no questions.
There's no rules. You can't.
Yes or no. You do one to me, I'll do one to you.
There's no rules on this.
There's rules.
Me to you. He's saying it's Tim and Barrett. Me to you. You know.
Next question.
I'm comparing you. How embarrassed? Okay, let me ask you this. If you want yes or no, if you feel embarrassed if Chelsea won the Conference League, Tottenham or Man United won the Europa League, Liverpool's already won the Premier League, and Man City won the FA Cup, would you feel embarrassed about your club and Arteta?
If Tottenham, if say that again,
Tottenham or United won the Europa League, Chelsea won the Conference League.
Tottenham or United,
yeah.
So you put two teams in the or. You put two teams in the or.
Wait, hold up. I thought we were doing yes or no. I thought we were doing yes or no.
I wouldn't feel embarrassed. No, I don't care about Conference League. No.
But it shows that your manager's fraud. You finished second.
Okay.
But the team still winning trophies.
Can I phrase it?
Would you be embarrassed if we loaned you a player and then took him back?
Can I phrase this
question? If we loaned you a player and took him back because we felt like it.
Can I? All right, D. Let me just phrase it. No, D. You're tagging me in here. Yeah? All right, I've been tagged in. Let me ask the question.
Tagged by who? Who you tagged him by? You can't tag yourself in.
I know he tagged me in. All right, cool. So D, you've said in a previous show.
I tag in once and that's.
All right, that's fine. I've jumped out the ring and then dragged you off the ropes. It's calm. I'm still on you regardless.
You cousin T, D, do your thing.
Let me ask my question. Are you gonna?
Then you're the failure of all three.
I want to phase the question this way because we spoke the other week on Soccer PM.
I'm just happy
and we had a conversation that you said you would rather Manchester City win the FA Cup because you didn't want to see other teams of a lower level than Arsenal winning trophies because that does more of a slight on your manager because he's not winning trophies. No, D, let me go. Let me phrase it. Wait, so now the point is that it could be not just one in Palace, it could be also Tottenham or Man United and then Chelsea. So it could be 3 other teams lower than your level this season picking up a trophy. Man United have done that 3 seasons in a row, potentially.
Not the Conference Cup. I don't give it the Conference Cup. All
right, so let's just say the other 2. How would you feel about that? And how would you feel about how it affects your manager and how you feel about your manager? Because all these other teams lower than your level.
It only affects my manager in these conversations. It doesn't affect him in real life because
I'm talking about your opinion. I'm talking about your opinion of the manager.
Let me tell you.
I'm not talking about him.
In real life, it doesn't affect us. Do you know why? Because we can't win it because we're not in it. So it only affects. You
wasn't in the FA Cup though.
No, that's what my point I'm making is. When you said Tottenham and Man United are going to win the Europa League, that doesn't affect me because we can't win that. when you say Chelsea win the Conference Cup, that don't affect me because we can't win it. When you talk about Crystal Palace winning the FA Cup, fair enough. People can say, "Oh yeah, Crystal Palace won the trophy, but you didn't." But we're in the Champions League semi-final. So right now, the FA Cup is not our focus. So I don't understand.
So if and when you go out next week, is the whole persona going to change?
Oh yeah.
What do you mean if and when? That's what I'm saying. That's how you think. I don't think like that.
But I'm
Okay,
thinking
well,
like that.
If and when. That's you because you're a Man United fan. You want us to go out. I don't think we're
Don't
going
do
out.
it if and when. I do it absolute.
Yeah, if scenario is where PSG knock you out completely and we progress, which is more than well for me.
But it's not likely that PSG knock us out. They're 1-0. We're 1-0 down.
Here's something. Can I just say something? Yeah, right. This is probably why Monts is kind of quiet, right? When you're happy with what you're winning, you don't compare yourself to, like, so as an example, Man United right now, if you win the Europa League, are you happy because you won the Europa League, or are you happy because you won more trophies than Arsenal?
Yes, exactly.
And if the answer is because you won more trophies than Arsenal, then you're not actually truly happy.
No, because in my dusty area, I'm still winning. That's what I'm happy about.
Because I don't know, when you're winning trebles, you literally give zero fucks about no one else.
Care about the League Cup and all that.
Well,
Like, since when do we have parades for Conference Cup?
Well, first and foremost, before you get cheeky, with that, I've already done the treble first, and we didn't care. But you're not also winning much this year. You might just win an FA Cup. So
but that's why I hear what you're saying. But no, bro, I'm not talking.
Are you happy?
I'm saying, even from my point of view, that I'm not happy with this, and I will 100% like dunk it on Arsenal, but. That's because, but ultimately that's because I'm not quite happy where I am at the moment. I don't want to be where I am at the moment, going,
exactly. And you're in the final.
Bro, I want to be back up there. I don't want to be where I am. So I hear you. I am with you.
We all do, but that's the long-term picture. The short-term picture is the way I deal with stuff is I want to banter someone because that's all I've got at the moment.
That's what I'm saying. Both of us ultimately is because we're not truly happy ourselves, are we? Otherwise, we wouldn't be like fucking here trying to dunk it up. I don't want to dunk on Arsenal, bro.
Let me tell you, you're right, and you know what it is. To see this week, do you know what's happened? Chelsea played Jagaden.
I know, no, do it correctly. You're Jordan again.
So these guys to me, would you be happy? Would Chelsea win the Conference Cup? I don't even know what teams they play. They play with teams with the pitches, they got mountains and all that. They play.
Okay, but you're talking down on
pitch is slanted and all that.
Yeah, but you know what? Let me finish.
Well, what did he say? I heard the mumbling again.
And you've been in Europa League yourself, and you haven't won it. So how are you talking down on Europa League?
When we were in the Europa League, listen. Let me educate you. When we were in the Europa League, we ended up sacking our manager. Yeah, and also when we were in the Europa League, we were failing.
In the next season,
so
technically, you didn't sack him when you was in Europa League. You sacked him the season after.
Okay, my friend. Anyway, when we were in the Europa League, we were failing.
You're dealing with opinions, not facts. I'm giving you the fact that you don't like it. I hear it.
Cool story, bro. When we were in the Europa League,
again. It's a cool story that you sacked your manager when you was in Europa League. No, but you're the one that you don't talk this much on Trench Talks. You sit back and you're like, I don't have an opinion. I don't have an opinion. We can both do this. All right. But I have an opinion today. That's what it is. I have an opinion today. And my opinion is you're talking absolute rubbish. Yeah, you're talking rubbish.
When we were in the Europa League,
you keep trying to downplay a trophy you've never won. I'm not gonna hear that. I'm not having it. I'm not gonna let you keep talking about Europa League like you've done it before.
No problem. When we were in the Europa League, we were failing. That's how we saw our club.
No, but you failed even this year.
We were failing. Being in the Europa League means that you're failing to our standard. No, yes, it does to our standard.
Have you won the Champions League before? Sorry.
You've never won a Champions League.
When's the last time you won the league? When's the last time you won the league?
Listen, to Liverpool standard, if they're in the Europa League, that means they've had a poor season and they're failing. To Man City standard, when they're in the Europa League, it means they've had a poor season and they're failing. To a team like Brentford, if they're in the Europa League, that means they're achieving because it's not something that they do normally.
Cool.
So to Tottenham, I haven't finished. So to Crystal Palace, get into the FA Cup final that we've won about 14 times or something is an achievement to you because you're a lower level club. To Tottenham, them being in the Europa League is an achievement because they're a lower level club. It's simple. It's not
We've
hard to
played
understand.
we've played European football all but
And
3
that
Can I-
is
can-
rookie
can I-
roll.
wait,
That's
wait,
rookie
can I-
roll, and that's
can I
that.
round
Now
this- can I round
I
this
will
up, though?
only be talking to Mont and that's from now on.
Oh, well, let me
No,
round
no,
this
no,
up.
no,
but you haven't won the
Wait,
league
hold
like
on.
20
No,
years.
wait, hold on. Let me round this up, yeah, because we're going in circles now a little bit too much. It's kind of funny because on this show I think we got a clip, to be fair. We got a whole trophy situation, and we was talking about Spurs shouldn't be looking down from a certain someone in the bottom left that don't want to talk to me about looking down on the FA Cup. But the same team is looking down on Europa League that they've never won. It's kind of crazy.
What do you mean never won?
Personally.
We've never won the Conference League either.
Yeah,
What's
but
your point?
that's just kind of been made, or I don't know what it's just
What,
been
we still
recent.
never won it.
No,
We
it's
still
only
never
been
won
around
it.
for 3 years.
But it's
It's not
cheeky,
relevant.
even though
Europa
it's
League's
been-
been around
the
for
thing
however
is-
long.
For you lot to
But the
say.
thing is, the failure that I'm in at the moment, I'm gonna win it. So I don't care in it. So I'm correcting that failure. Last year, Liverpool fans thought they were gonna win the Europa League. They thought they're going through to the final. They were the best team in the competition by a mile, but they got slapped up. Do you get it? So
But
they didn't
what you
get through that.
understand is
They
the
didn't
only
get through
people
that.
that care, the only people that care about the Europa League are people that are in it.
You know what?
Outside of it, no one cares.
By
Do
the
you know?
way,
Wait,
yeah.
do you know that? Do you know that no
You
one
would be
outside?
celebrating it if you was in
By
it.
the way,
You would be
I'll talk.
celebrating it.
That's what. Did you hear what I said? You don't listen. That's why you're in the bottom set.
Can I chime in? Can I chime in for
no,
one
no, no,
small
no,
point?
no,
It's
no,
gonna
no,
take
no, no,
5
no.
seconds.
So can I
This-
talk to someone who's won a European Cup in Mons, George,
Yeah.
or
What
that?
I
because they won the
will
Europa
say
League.
is that
If you're in a
well,
competition, always are you looking to win that trophy? Yes or no?
no,
You said
100,
that already.
100,
That's what I said.
100%.
I said you only care when you're
100%.
in it. No one cares
You know what
about
I'm
it
saying?
outside.
But there is truth in the fact that if you're in the Europa League, like I feel like when you're trying to win the competition, you're gonna upscale what it actually is. Of course, you know what I'm saying. We won it a long time ago. When Chelsea won it the other day, when Chelsea won it in what was it? 2017?
When you won it, you know what you wait, Monts. When you won it, was
Let him
people?
finish,
Wait,
though.
wait.
Let him
I'm
finish,
just
man.
saying, when you won it, was Gerard Houllier not still counting as a treble? You had a baby treble. All right.
Yeah. Of
But
course.
he's in it,
I'm not
that's what he
just.
said.
By the way, but George, hold on, let me finish. I'm not discounting the Europa League. I'm not discounting it. I'm just saying, the people in the competition are going to upscale it as much as possible. The people in the Champions League, especially if they're not winning the Champions League, are going to downplay it. You know, that's just kind of the way it's going to go. But as I said, the Europa League, by the way, and Cass, that's cheeky to say, obviously, man, we're getting slapped in that. The Europa League this year is nowhere near as strong because teams in the Champions League don't drop
Yeah,
down.
you're right. You're correct on that part.
So let's not, that was just a bit cheeky, but
yeah,
I hear
you're
what you're saying. But listen, this isn't a day to downplay. This isn't a day to downplay the Europa League as per se. Unfortunately, it's because you ain't won it. That's why them man aren't hearing no chat from you. You see what I'm
But they
saying?
can't hear a chat
Not
because
hearing no chat from you.
we're still in this semi-final Champions League.
Oh, you're sounding like that guy that moves to a girl. She says no, and you go, "Oh, you're dead anyway." That's what you're doing, bro. You wasn't there. You wouldn't get it. You ain't got a source again.
I've never been in that position. I've never been in that
You're
position.
sounding like that guy. You're
I
sounding.
don't know what that guy sounds like because my people don't. That don't
Yeah,
happen
but
to us.
you've never won a trophy. You never won
I
European.
don't know what that guy
It
sounds like.
happens to your club. It
I
happens
don't
to
know
the
what
club.
that guy sounds like. I don't know what that guy sounds like.
All right, so next week Friday, D, you're cooked. When you're actually out of it, you're actually cooked because you're literally hanging off a rope. Yeah, you're on the edge. You're about to lose grip. Next week Friday, you are cooked. Don't turn up.
Can I do your super chats if you don't
I'm
mind,
not going to
please?
be.
We got
I'm not going to be.
loads.
I might be here next Friday.
Can I do? There's loads. I apologize, man, to people.
Friday.
I might actually have to sign in for Mykonos. I can't lie.
Big up
for that.
Deborah Farr, Newcastle. You said you'd beat Bilbao. Impressive last night. Big up, bro. Big up yourself as well.
That's what I expected to walk into. Cass Glazing United. I don't know how. Sorry, I've got to go with what hooks and what I love. How the fuck are we talking about Arsenal after last night?
No, it's easy. They made it in the side. When you downplay
These guys, they ain't seen me for a while. That's all it is. They ain't seen me for a couple of years.
It could be that. It could be that.
That's all it is. It's nostalgia. It's nostalgia.
I was fully expecting this to be the shittest show with Cass just there waxing Liverpool.
That's exactly how we started.
Bro, I know something mad's happened. When I wake up, I see Ty has put a fucking reel up on Never a Fouls.
I know. I see
gassing
it
up
on my
Man United.
screen.
It only happens when they win.
You're talking about Casemiro. You're talking about
There's never a
Casemiro.
time real when they lose. Never a time real when they
lose. To be
lose.
fair with me, yeah, I haven't even really been involved in the discussion. It's been between the teams, as it basically it's shaped as an L, so kind of makes sense for their clubs. Blake says Tottenham have more European heritage trophies than Arsenal. That's true. Where is Wolfie?
Where is Wolfie?
Doing life basically, man.
Okay, cool.
I think I'm gonna do something with him a little bit later though.
Hold on what channel?
Yeah.
Cool, perfect.
Why?
Good. Oh, I just need to see him.
Oh, you think he's gonna do it at Forest?
Well, I wasn't sure if you were doing something on United or your channel. I'm thinking, no.
he's got
I need to see Wolfie
He's
today.
got no business being on my channel. Where is Champions League Wolfie? I don't know, but
Well, right,
I
so-
want a conversation. I think we all want a
There's
conversation.
several super chats about Wolfie. We need
Where's
to find
Wolfie?
Wolfie.
Close to saying Nuno out last night. He has got 3 kids and he's got work meetings and stuff like that. But all of a sudden, work meetings. Usually he's available.
Oh, he's always free.
He's never here on the Friday
By
show.
the way,
man.
by the way,
He's
he will say it himself as well. It's his missus' birthday, isn't it? Like,
Yeah, I hear that, but he wasn't answering phone calls yesterday. He wasn't even
that's the worst part.
acknowledging comments. Yeah. Bro, he was being very selective with the comments he was reading on his watch along
Why,
as
he
well.
was
So
hot.
I
His head
just
was
need,
hot.
I need to speak to him to make sure he's all right.
yeah. Man said,
I remember
bottom
him
set-
saying, I remember him saying
let
he
me-
was in a title race with me.
Yeah, I remember,
over
that.
Arsenal.
Remember them times.
Yeah.
If I ever
You
win-
needed to worry about Forest, not Arsenal, is what you
If
said.
got the
either
net.
win it, it will put them in the same competition as Arsenal next year. Yeah, that's true. Arsenal fans changing narratives. Last season, they said FA Cup is lower than Champions League qualification. I don't remember that. Now, United or Tottenham will win more than Fraud Teta.
I don't know what Arsenal fans mean.
So,
That's a
D,
lot-
so
that's a
D,
lot
by
of
your
people.
analogy,
Yeah,
Mourinho
don't
is
know.
not a top tier manager then.
Why? He's won the Champions League. I don't get it.
You won Europa League as well.
Yeah, because he was in it.
Yeah. Just D, this mentality is poor for big clubs winning trophies, best currency. If United Spurs win Europa, it's better than failing in the Champions League semi-finals.
Is
But
it?
it's been, to be fair to D,
Yeah, it is. Yes, it is. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's a
he
trophy,
doesn't
innit?
realize he's
Yeah,
got a feeling about winning.
Yeah,
I don't
on
know
the, on the course of the season, it's definitely better, but it still means you guys are playing at a higher
And by the
level.
way,
I don't know
I'll say,
about that.
I'll say
It
this.
just means you're gonna play
That
at a
don't
higher
make-
level.
that don't make sense to
I'll
me.
say
That don't
this
make sense
though.
to me.
Overall, for me, even if United win Europa League or when we win it, yeah, is still a poor season, bro. Love it. Palace was only a London club to lift the trophy, or if they was. Digital models say, imagine if Crystal Palace win more than Arsenal. This show is gonna go crazy, man.
That
I
don't
know
make
that.
sense to me. You lot don't make sense to me, fam. Like, so what?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Winning the conference.
Imagine
Is
Palace
winning-
win more than Arsenal.
All right,
So
cool.
simple.
Is winning the conference league better than getting the semi-final of the Champions League?
It's more successful season, facts.
That don't make sense to me.
I
That
don't
make
care,
sense.
man.
Well,
Nah,
No,
I
no,
don't care.
no. Let's have it right. In football, there's only one
No,
currency.
no. You just asked.
Can I say what I was gonna say? There's only one currency in football. That currency is trophies. When you look back in 20 years,
Oh, you're
you know-
full of shit.
can I finish my point? Can I
Go on,
finish?
then,
When you
Paul.
look
Go on,
back in,
Pauper. Go on, Pauper.
no, it's fine.
No, go on, Pauper. Carry on.
Because what I don't get is in 20 years' time, you're not gonna go. I remember when I was in that Champions League semi-final. No,
That makes
you
sense.
talk about when I remember when I won that Europa League. I'll tell you that. I'm not gonna remember.
You said the conference. I said to you.
You're a
is
big
the
club and you're
conference
talking
league-
about semi-finals is bigger
I
than
said
winning.
to you. I asked you a question. I said to you, is winning the conference league better than getting to the Champions League or the semi-final? You said yes. That don't make sense.
Anyways, let's just get on with this, man. What have you won?
That means
Palace
winning the
2025.
championship is better than getting the semi-final or final of the
You're getting
Champions
called,
League.
you're getting called out, D, by the way, by Fonzie.
The point stands. What have you won? I
Big
can
up
still say
Beige and
that.
Reds as well.
Oh,
Bless
you lot,
Stats
bro.
and Casa, my fellow champ Monts. Big
Come
up
on,
Nick for obviously reoccurring that membership. Love that. And Ola's saying, and we was playing Champions League teams. LOL, this Europa League is washed.
You played
Still
Sporting
didn't it?
Lisbon.
Brother,
and got knocked out.
you played PSV in a round of 16 as well. You know, I'm not just gonna say that.
They played the exact same teams. Like what we did.
What's Arsenal standard? You don't win shit. LOL.
Bruv, listen.
Once tell them to go shop.
Winning the conference league and all
No,
that
you might offend someone.
that's an insult to the top tier managers, man.
Yeah, you can't tell.
Don't you not
someone to
understand
The
that?
manager's not top tier though. So you
Bruv.
have to remember.
Again,
So,
you wasn't saying that when Mourinho was doing it because Mourinho's done.
All right,
that
so
too.
the championship. If you
So
win
you're
the
telling me Mourinho, one of the greatest ever, when he won it, he looked down on the conference
so
league.
when
he would tell you that was one of his biggest trophies. He's one of his favorites.
So the championship manager, he can say he's won more than Arteta because he won the championship.
we're not talking about that. Stop
Yes or no? Yes or no? Yes or no?
Well, technically,
Yes or no?
You know what's funny about all of this? It's
Yes or
funny
no?
that because it's, you know what's funny about this? The same way man are saying that Arsenal are basically out. Now if you do go on to lose this final, and let's be honest, there can only be one winner in the Europa League. So between George and Cass, one of you will be playing next season with no European.
George has got out to Bodo
and,
good
and
anyways.
hold on. One of you, whether you like it or not, you can do this link up thing now. One of you will be going the next
None of them are
season
not winning it.
with no,
Yeah,
because listen, they're interrupting because they don't want to hear it. They're interrupting because they don't want to hear it. Don't want to hear it. No European football and a bottom 10 finish in the Premier League and nothing to show for it, but maybe a sacked manager. That is what's actually on the line between Man United and Spurs. So it's all cool. It's all and that's gonna be D as well, by the way, if he loses this FA Cup. No Europe, a bottom 10 finish, and Man City wheeling away with the trophy. So all I'm saying is that have this laughter, this kiki, ha 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 ha. Now, do you know what I'm saying? Laugh and whatnot. But going into next season, only one of you can be happy. Only one.
And it will be me.
Only one of you.
Oh, wait. So that's what I'm confused on. Since when was there a link up there? I'm gonna be the only one who's got chest on here. I'm gonna be the only one, and I come in here and being unbearable.
It's mad
You
the
don't want to
Spurs
see me
can
with
be
a
like
trophy.
that.
You don't want to see me with. You
know
guys don't want
no
to.
one
You guys
believes you.
thought that
No
I
one
was annoying
believes you.
already. Don't let me win a trophy.
No
Don't
one
let me.
believes you. No one
Oh,
believes you.
no, bro.
No one don't
I
let
want to
you win.
see
You're
you.
not winning.
Bro, please do win a trophy, innit?
Don't
Please
let me
do
win.
win a
Hey,
trophy.
hey,
you know that scenario?
George, show us you can win a trophy. Show us you can win a trophy.
No, hold
bro.
on. Months. You know in that scenario, we're still in D's position because they ain't winning nothing anyways. So it's not like we're losing out much.
No, you're
like,
not in the same position.
It doesn't
Yeah,
matter. They're
They'll
not
be in
winning
Champions
anything.
League. They'll
Yeah,
be in the
but
Champions
I
League,
hear
bro.
it to say you're not losing out on much, but you're getting onto someone who's losing out. So that's just mad hypocrisy, isn't it?
No, but I'm getting onto them because of their standards. They said that they're going to beat PSG. I saw score prediction 3-1.
Oh, no, you
Yeah.
said you're going to beat Man City. You said you're going to beat Man
That's what I'm laughing about.
100%.
So,
You said you're going to beat Man City.
yeah, that hasn't happened yet, but your scenario has happened. You lot got.
Don't get me wrong. I'd love nothing more than Crystal Palace to win.
They're not out yet, though. They're not out
Yeah,
yet.
I want them.
The home game. The home
So
game.
can I-
Arsenal fans saying, "Oh, we're gonna win this game. We beat Real Madrid. It's the biggest game of the Emirates era."
Another leg to play.
Last 4 minutes.
Anyways, by the way, we're like on half
Oh,
time at the moment.
next week's
By the
gonna
way,
be
there's
mad.
only 224 likes and 900 man in the house. Why hasn't anyone else on this panel got at least 5 extra subscribers minimum? You can see their channels right there. So please go and do that and like the video. Don't ignore, otherwise, Monster's gonna have to send you to the shops, innit? And we're gonna have to offend some people. The championship isn't a major. Hope this helps. Is he talking to you, D? I think.
Yeah, he is.
I didn't even see that. What was it?
He didn't even win the championship. He won the playoff.
I didn't even see what it was. I didn't see what
The
it was.
championship.
No, it's not you. It's the other day. It's the other day. It's championship, bro. You haven't been involved in the championship.
As a Chelsea, I want Spuds to win. What?
Arsenal done
What?
that. Yeah.
Wait, that's what? Ain't they meant to be your biggest rival? Or?
Nah, bro. Chelsea. Yeah. Ooh.
He
Yeah,
wants
Chelsea.
to win. That's
Yeah,
crazy. And he's
that's
super chat there as
yeah.
well.
But like in
That's
modern
mad.
day, it's more Arsenal, isn't it?
It's embarrassing.
Why would you?
Yeah,
why would
but
you
yeah,
not want United
game
to win
going fans
instead?
is probably a bit more
Yeah.
Tottenham, but Monday.
I
is
actually
probably
can't wait
Arsenal,
for next week Friday. You know, I genuinely can't wait for next week Friday. This
Yeah,
is gonna be hilarious.
Yeah, but you know what it is? You get excited. A lot of the time when you get excited, it's about other people. I don't get it.
I've got to ask you something.
Nah,
Hold on.
I'm excited about my
D. So before last weekend, yeah. And by the way, well done last weekend. You didn't bottle it like certain teams are doing at the moment. So salute for that. But before last weekend, yeah.
We'll be there.
By the way, anyone thought that was a shot at them if the shoe fits in it about bottling? Anyone, yeah. But D, to you, before last week, you were saying you can't answer me if you're going to be here on the Sunday show after the FA Cup final until you're in the final. You're now in the final, so I'm saying to you, are you going to be there that Sunday? What time is it? 12 o'clock, midday Sunday?
No idea.
The usual show we do every Sunday.
Yeah.
Will you be there?
Yes, we will.
Win or lose, you will be there.
Yeah. Will you be there?
All right. Oh, I'll be there. 1,000,000%,
Okay.
bro. 1,000,000%.
Cool.
And
Hold up. We'll be there. I want to be there.
George, will you be there? Because you're
I need
usually there
everyone
on
here.
Sundays. George, you're
You
usually there
do
on
know my
Sundays.
cup final's not that weekend. Why would I be there?
I'm aware. But will you be there? Because you're usually there on Sundays.
So yeah, sometimes if I'm available, I'll be
Hey,
there.
make that Sunday to a Friday panel. Make it Friday.
No, I don't know why, man. I'm laughing like this is just what it is. Cass knows. He'll message me the day before, and I'll let him know if I'm gonna be there. So most of the times it is. Sometimes it's not. Maybe or maybe not, innit?
No, I can't lie. There's a generational show. You can't rob me of, man.
Yeah, real talk, bro.
Yeah,
If Crystal Palace win a trophy, and that's why I'm doing it. I'm not doing it in case we win a trophy.
Yeah.
I'm doing it in case.
What you
I'm
need to
doing
worry
it in-
about
I'm doing it in case them lot win a trophy. Yeah,
is
because
the show on the
gonna be pretty
23rd.
special.
The show on the 23rd. I want D here. I want D here, and I want D here. I want the same panel. So
wait,
that's 2 days. That's
a
2
lot of D
Do
there.
I
Okay,
have to?
cool.
Do I have to?
Well, Mums, you don't have to be. You're irrelevant right now. Like,
Wait,
you know,
what
it's
do
not
you
a
mean?
season,
Thank
man.
you.
Yeah,
But
George,
what that will be is 2 days after Europa League final on the Friday.
Matt George is out
Europa
here
League finals on a
demanding D.
Wednesday.
Wild.
Don't worry.
That's
Yeah,
crazy.
it's on the,
I-
George,
I'll
it's on the
25th,
21st, isn't it? It's in like.
Yeah, it's weird. I don't know why it's in the week.
Yeah.
Can we get some light?
When you should get to the final, you should do watch it on together.
Nah, that would end up in swingers.
That says swingers.
Pause.
That's
Crazy.
crazy. That's crazy.
Allow it.
Madness.
Swingers with D is
What
mad.
I'm saying
Can't
is,
lie.
Hey, no, no,
Me, I'm fighting Tyson and Lennox Lewis and losing. I'm fighting Tyson and Lewis. These men are fighting.
I wasn't thinking
By
that
the
type
way,
of
by the
swingers.
These men are fighting kids.
Can I ask a question? Like, is it only Bilbao now? Like, because my run, I got told Zubamendi, Takekubo, I got told Cherky, Lacazette, all of that.
Bruv,
and
you
then
lot had a
now it's
harder
like-
run than Tottenham. That's the fact.
That's
Tottenham
a, yeah,
had a
fact.
harder-
They had a
Tottenham had a
Marmush
joke.
less flipping Frankfurt.
Tottenham have got
That was-
Bodo Glimt.
A hard-
That was a mad
harder run
result
doesn't
for
mean a
United
final
yesterday.
win.
Real talk.
That's a harder run doesn't mean a final win.
Yeah, I know. You don't mean nothing if you don't win it, right?
Yeah.
Man
Yeah,
United
yeah,
ain't losing
yeah.
to Tottenham in the final.
No chance. They have to come away from home this time. You know, they can't just sit in their own.
That's
ground.
why it's a
best
win.
chance was
But that's
hoping Man
why it's
United win out.
win-win.
3 not enough? Was 3 not enough?
Well,
You're only gonna go do it for. It's calm.
Jules, I'm not
Oh, there's a lot of threes in this. You
There's a-
won 3-1. They won
there's a lot of
3-0.
there's-
You beat them 3 times.
There's a lot of context in this, Jules. One year.
What is mad is
Bodo-
that. So go on, sorry, because
No, I was going to say they got Bodo next week, and I think you underestimate what they do at home. They dispatched Lazio, yeah, who are much better than you, yeah. By the way,
I
also,
haven't underestimated.
also, you beat me when I was under 10 Hag. You beat me fair play. Look, you got
Twice
passes
under
in the
Amarim.
corner, but guess where you was? Where was you?
above you.
No.
what-
Where?
what-
Because you're not above me right now, either.
Was it at
Where
home?
was you?
Was it at
It's a
home
home?
neutral
games.
ground. It's going to be a neutral ground, and you guys play better
Guess
away
what?
from home than you
I
do at
guess
home.
what?
We beat you at your stadium this
fact-
year already.
Thank you. I've already had practice on that pitch, and I dispatched their own home, the home audience already, bro.
That's fine. That's
You're,
fine. Look,
you're Tottenham.
the way-
Tottenham
the
in
way
a
that
high
I
pressure
see it
moment.
is
I don't understand how you have chest to win the game when you don't even like your manager.
for one, the Bodo Glimt game, I've actually been the one that's respected the team more than anyone. Everyone told me a few weeks ago Spurs are into the
They're
final. I
missing
said, no,
three.
let me
They're
get through the first
missing
game.
3-4 of their best players.
I was the one that all my shows leading into this game, I've said, calm down, Spurs fans. We're not done until we get through this first game. Let's see how we do. We got through the first game quite comfortably, so I'm more than happy to get there and say, look, we're in the final. And in the final, again, we've beat Man United enough times this season. Yes, it's a final. The pressure is going to be different, but we should get the job done. I don't expect any. If we've already beaten the team 3 times this season, someone tell me why we shouldn't beat them for a 4th time. Simple as.
Because you're Tottenham and it's a final.
Okay.
And that's where it's a win-win for us, D. It's a Mont, all of us, YouTube world. It's a win-win for us because if United win it, then we're like, yeah, Tottenham just once again being Spursy. But bro, if Spurs win it, yeah, United losing to Spurs in a final, yeah, is nasty.
If Spurs win the European
Nasty,
Trophy over your head,
nasty,
Kaz, you're cooked.
nasty.
You're finished. You can't
I'm
do that.
I'm not finished. Actually, no. Oh, if I lose, yeah,
You
I'm
are
finished.
Spurs
Yeah,
winning
yeah,
the
yeah,
trophy.
yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Losing
With all the
Spurs
tests
in
I've
the
been saying, but
final
I don't mind
is
holding that
nasty.
accountability, innit? Reason why some Chelsea fans want Spurs to win Europa League is that there will be still shit next year. United could pull better players next season with Champions League football. I heard about if Spurs lose, they got no transfer budget and have to sell a couple
Yeah,
of
I've
people
heard that as well.
from
I've
who was
heard
it from
that.
Savra? and
Sava was saying, yeah.
that. They ain't winning anything end of the season.
Well, you can say that about both these, I guess.
Is there any? By the way, smash the likes. Is there anyone? Is any of you lot going live?
Nah, I need
I'm
to-
not going live.
Wow,
Yeah.
we haven't glazed United once. That is mad.
Nah, you know what? This
That's
is a
fair play.
hectic show, man. Welcome back.
KO.
Lee.
Big up Harry, by the way. Maguire DJ.
Lamine, say his name correctly. Lamine Maguire.
Actually, I was going to say, Cass, yesterday, am I right? Casemiro, Maguire, and
Probably Bruno.
Bruno were probably your 3 players that fucking stood out.
Euro,
And Euro, yeah.
I would say.
Oh.
He was just. He's,
Three-
no,
three
no,
most
sorry, you know what?
hated-
Three,
I think
No,
three
maybe
most
Maz,
hated.
maybe Maz. No, because Garte, I'm not gonna lie. First 25 minutes, he's still.
Yeah, but the game's not for
sus.
25 minutes.
No,
You're
but-
allowed
no,
to.
but hear
You're
me- hear
allowed.
me out.
Like, I hate when people do that.
No,
Like,
hear me out. Hear me out
start
once,
the
yeah.
game bad.
Hear me out.
Oh.
No, but hear me out once, yeah. It's what situations he nearly put us in that I can't put him as a top player compared to the rest of them. Do you get what I'm saying?
He's not
Against
a top,
10 men,
but we're just
against
talking
10
about the
men,
game.
against 10 men, I kind of expect him to do a lot better as well. Like for me, he was one of the worst players on the pitch, but he done what he needed to do. Some players can get goals and assists,
alright.
but it doesn't mean you had an overall great game. For me,
That's
what
not what I'm saying.
Mazraoui did and Yori did, the way they fist up Williams and Yori when they tried to attack was different, isn't it? So that's that on that part. I thought them two were more of a standout candidate. You know, even Garnacho to some degree. But even Hoyland to some degree.
Garnacho was busy.
Busy, yeah. But I don't know, man. But you know, you're not wrong. You can see
Even Hoyland's hold-up play wasn't that bad. I actually thought Hoyland isn't someone I think we could laugh at.
Yesterday,
No,
yesterday.
we can
Link
laugh
up.
at Hoyland.
Link
No,
up
I'm
yesterday
talking about solely in the game. I think
right, okay.
the fact that the red card happened, personally, I think that it was hard for any of the United players to have a bad game. The game was then against 10 men, and it was like, okay, now you kind of just see the game out. That was it. That's why, like, I don't think many men are screaming and shouting. I think that decision went your way, but you got to beat what's in front of you.
Yeah, you're
And
right.
that's it. Bro, you've seen you, man, go down, your opposition go down to 10 men and you concede. So you done what you needed to do. And I think the tie's done, ultimately.
Yeah, facts.
If it stayed at 2-0, I think the tie still would have been alive.
Yeah, calm. Yeah, you're not wrong. But everyone, make sure you subscribe up to Durag Diaries, Fam Zone TV, Big Six Bants as well. They're literally there. You can screenshot. People know them by now. You've seen them around, so you can get them a few more subscribers. You can know when it can go live. Don't be lazy. It's Friday. It's a nice day in the UK, anyways, as it is. Wherever you lot are from, have a blessed Friday, innit? And we should be back tomorrow at some point. Let's go raid Football Locker Room. There we go. Done.